Hello. Today we're going to talk about that terrible thing that nice guys finish last. Right? Nice guys always finish last. Well, I don't think always. I don't think always. I'll give you an example. Me. Now, honestly, I'm a pretty darn nice guy, good guy. I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal, I don't make up bad things. I don't want to hurt anyone. Matter of fact, I want to help everyone, help everything, make everything better. Not just humans, animals, plants, the environment, our earth, our world, and beyond. In every way, not just physically, not just mentally, not just emotionally, but all those. Spiritually, you name it. I want to make life so much better and unleash unlimited potential that everyone has. But the way it has been, scrunches you down into a little box and makes you think that you're nothing and nobody, and that was just a fantasy, what you were dreaming when you were a child, which you weren't dreaming, you were more realistic. But as an adult, and even as a teen, they might make you think that that was just a dream that you had. No, it wasn't. It could be exactly the way you had hoped, had wanted, had dreamed to be. And I don't mean it dreaming, I mean it envision. I'll use that word instead. Yeah. So I'm a pretty nice guy. A damn nice guy. I go out of my way to help everything and everyone. And I'm always looking and seeing where, wow, feeling sad, empathetic, sad, and if I can, to help in my little way, sometimes in huge ways. And by the way, I do these for the exact purpose to make our world better. Now, can you say that? Do you get up every morning with that thought to make the world better for everyone? I doubt it. It's, again, you're programmed not to. You're programmed, how can I survive today? How can I gain? Oh, poor me. I'm not that way at all. But did I finish last? Is the race over? I'm in no race to begin with. You know, the tortoise and the hare, I never joined. Races are for fools with goals. When you win the Super Bowl, you work your life forever. To win the Super Bowl, you're a champion. Now a crash, depression. Why do you think so many bad things happen to athletes, for instance? Why do they get into so many bad habits? I use that term loosely. Why do many die so young? But that's an example. But it's an example that not just, I used athletes, it's kind of everyone. Why? Because they were single subject driven. And often it's about money or fame, power, control, having it all. So you're somebody, so you become a god. You know, any real god doesn't want to be worshipped. Any true God, any true being of any true intelligence and value and self-worth doesn't want to be worshipped. I don't want to be worshipped. I know I have been before, and I hate that. Why? Because I don't want to be. My father was an amazing man. He didn't want to be worshipped in any way. A quick thank you is more than sufficient. An appreciation. a lifelong appreciation. But to be worshipped, that's BS for small-minded people who their so-called God or their whoever, whatever they're worshiping is pretty small. That's what they think. That's what they place them in. Small. So stop the worship crap and you make yourself better, more better, into a purposeful to make the world a better place. But getting back to good guys finish last, yes, if I would have been not so good, could I have been extremely, extremely rich and powerful and famous and all? Oh, yeah. All the offers I've had, and they wanted to take me and move me to this and that and places. I won't go into all the details. Many, many times over many decades. But no. Why? Because I knew I was selling at least a little bit of my soul, of me, of the goodness, for something that really meant nothing. That money and fame and power, control. Well, what's it mean? We're born and eventually we pass away. And then we move, I believe, to another realm of universe where our soul is a spirit. It's energy. I haven't been there yet, but yeah. But to finish last, no, certainly not. Yes, I've been stolen from and lied to and cheated, and I'm sure I always will be. Consistently over the years. No, not consistently, that's maybe not. But many, many, many times considerably. Some for, I'll say the word pennies, relatively speaking. Some for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, even millions. But that's okay. You know why? Because good guys don't have to finish last. We're not in the race. That's for small beings. Your race and your needs for stuff and things. Good guys, we don't need that. Because you know what? We have value in here. And for appreciation for everything. The little things. Such as a cell phone. The cell phone works. I don't need to impress you. Same reason I've never bought an Apple and I never plan on. Because it's about being stylish, being upscale. Paying more for something that, in this case, Android systems do, and actually more varied, and often over the years for free. Why? So I could show off? No. I don't need for you to go, wow, he's that. Or my clothes, or my houses, or my cars. And I've owned car dealerships. I've owned many, many, many things. And by the way, I've talked more people out of buying that extravagant car, that extravagant house, that financial pie-in-the-sky dream. I've guided them to true financial freedom, to true health, true happiness, and togetherness, so that they learn to know themselves, to know themselves, to talk to themselves objectively, critically, and for the good reason to become better, and they're to work on that. Yeah, it's not just, most people talk a lot, but I talk a lot and we do a lot. We talk a lot and we do even more. That's what good guys do. We talk, why? To communicate, not just hide ourselves or hide what we know for control and for your money. No, I teach. That's why I teach money and finance. I teach health. I teach intimacy, communication. Yeah, intimacy, yeah, that's wink, wink, that kind of stuff too. Because all that's important. That's so important. Far more important than money, isn't it? And I say, money, let's put it in its proper place. It's a tool, a simple tool. It's used for some things, it works magnificently. For some things, it doesn't work like a darn. You know, if you have to go, oh, I know. Let's say I have to fix something and put a nail in. You know what? Have you ever tried to take $1 bill or $1,000,000 and tried to use that as a hammer to pound that nail in? It doesn't work, folks. No, I haven't personally tried it, but I think I'm smart enough to realize that. Or that even that silver dollar doesn't work very well. Or as a screwdriver. Money doesn't do many things. Some things it does. So guess what? It's a simple tool. But why are you owned and controlled by it? Because you're in that race. You want to be somebody. Why? I want to be a nobody, a good nobody. That I help you with my advice. And sometimes, I've been the villain. The villain who I say bad things. No, I say factual things. And let's say it's like if I see some food on your chin. Am I a bad person to say, hey, ma'am, or sir, or Susie, or Teddy? You know, you got a little something, I think it's food that I think I'm doing you a favor. So other people, most people, the not so good ones, in the racing in the race, will have somebody to laugh at you for that food. Ha ha ha. Put you down. So they feel better. You know, misery loves company. I'm not that way. I try to pull everyone out of that cesspool, that polluted, that smelly, stinky, slimy world that others try to pull you down. You know, it's easier because gravity works against you to begin with to rise up. So it's easy for them to pull you down. And guess what? There's not just millions, there's billions of them pulling you down. And there's me trying to help you up. Not pull you up, because I'm not going to do it for you, because you know what? That takes away your self-esteem. No, I'll help you, with you, together with you, for you to climb higher and higher and higher. Because I don't want to become the God, to be worshipped. I don't need to be worshipped. A simple thank you. That's all. But even that, just a nod of respect, if you will. That means everything to me. That really means everything to most people. You don't even know it because it's been so long since you've dealt in the simple terms of respect that you don't respect yourself anymore. And you know that. That's why you're angry. That's why you're afraid. That's why you're fearful and envious. And your greed comes out. And all the other bad traits. And you're lonesome and depressed. Again, so you pull others down. Or you live vicariously through a movie star, a singer, a sports hero, supposedly. How do you think their lives really are? I've been around all that stuff I mentioned and then some. It's not what you think. But you want to see it this way. And you see yourself this way. Your ego keeps you up there. Not reality, not you even. But your ego makes you feel like you're somebody special and smart. But smart people, truly intelligent people, know as much as you know very, very, very little. I'm that smart person. I know, compared to everyone else, a lot. Much more. But you know what? I don't compare myself to others because who cares? Who cares? But that's just a fact I threw out there. But you know what? I know this much about anything, really. Almost nothing, because the universe is so immense and expansive. I know almost nothing. And I strive to know a little bit more every day, in every way, and put it, and here's the big part, to put it into practice, into usefulness. practical application. Why? To make the world better. You don't. You go, oh, because you think you want to be a contestant on the Jeopardy show and answer questions and get paid for that. Who cares? That's not even intelligence. That's just a simple hard drive of facts and figures. Who cares? That's not even wisdom. That's not intelligent, folks. So begin to unlearn everything you've been programmed to be and to think and to believe, to react to. Dare to go back to when you were a child, because you know what? Good guys can have a wonderful, amazing life. You notice I didn't say about finish first. Who wants to be in a race? Have an amazing, amazing life, far better than anyone else's. Why? Because here, simplicity, for instance. Friends. Oh my gosh, every day more friends. Right where I'm at. And I've been here for, I'll say 5 months now. Friends and good friends, dear friends, helpful friends, friends, and watch our videos. Friends that stop by unannounced and say, hey, come and sit and have a meal with us, eat with us. Let's talk. I can change my so-called schedule. I try not to schedule. I let opportunity in. You schedule because you've been programmed. You know, schools taught you that, you know, it's time for English class first until the ding goes up. Then you go to the math class, to the ding, to the science class, to the ding, to the history class, to the ding. And you schedule everything. And then you graduate from your education to adulthood. Wow! Now you're free. So what do? You do the same thing. You schedule everything. You program everything in to just these packages. I don't. The best day when I finally finished my formal education. Why? No more handcuffs. No more having to listen to bells and whistles and learn this and learn that to regurgitate the same wrong, often, limited, always, information or facts, supposedly. Actually, it's not even factual, much of it. It's just what somebody believes. No. So stop that. I stopped it. That's when I could truly be me again, like when I was a child, before I had to fit in this, sort of, kind of, at least momentarily, to get through that crap, to now become a truly free being, where you're not. You just stayed in that box till the day you pass away. Just older, balder, fatter, unhealthier, and more data that you memorized, so you think you're smarter and better. And you're not. You're actually worse. Your IQs went down because you're in that box. That's all you are, is a hard drive, and a poor one at that. And you don't know how to put anything to practice because you were programmed to not do that, because you were programmed to just sit there and listen, weren't you? For all those years, sit there and listen. Then, no, well, I had to sit there and listen, like you said. Maybe you were sitting next to me. No, I was saying, as soon as I am able, I'm going to put this into action or practice. And I'm going to do it differently than what they're saying, because I see the pitfalls in what they're saying. And that's going to just make things worse. Worse for me. Maybe make me money, but worse for others. So I go, no, that's not correct. A good deal, the only good deal, by the way, is a deal, if you want to call it, I use those terms, that's a good one for me and you and others. Always. Anything less than that, I don't do it. Because it's not a good deal. It's not a good thing. It doesn't make the world a better place. See, I think. You don't know how to think, you react. It's an ego thing. It's a programmed in broken brain thing, enough on that. But it's a fact, it's the truth. So you can be a good guy and have it all. Good health, energy, creativity, a love of everything, from the smallest little thing to the universe itself, and awe. Wake up like it's Christmas morning with gifts to explore and experiment with and discover and grow with. That's my world. And as far as the necessities, I'll use the word necessities loosely here, but plenty of food, and you know what? It's good, healthy food in general. Good, healthy food. I'm not sold by advertisers. I don't buy stuff. I don't want to buy stuff. That wastes my time. For stuff that I don't want, don't need, or makes me unhealthy, makes me more stressed. You do. Because you're sold on, again, this is what it takes to be the word successful. No. Again, our little place here in Bakur, Cavite, is actually amazing. It's very functional, free-flowing function, easy to care for, and it takes good care of us. And it's very inexpensive. And people say, well, it's too bad you can't afford more. Well, I can afford pretty much anything I want. I can afford to live anywhere I want. Anywhere. I can afford to drive the fanciest car. You want a Maserati? I could buy it. A Porsche? I could buy anything. A big house. I could have maids. I could have drivers. I could have people that wipe my rear end for me. Why? What would I do then? Sit? Order people around like you think that's success? People waiting on you hand and foot? I know people like that. And I can tell you, as I see them often, the sadness, the emptiness, the loneliness in their eyes, in their soul. And some of them tell me this. Yeah. I see it. I know it. I don't want that. I want to be on the ground, if you will, hands into things, mind into things. I don't want others to do everything for me, to do my thinking. No. I think and I do. I grow, I listen, I comprehend, and I take that even much, much, much greater and assimilate it into life, my life and others' life, the world. Genius? Comparatively speaking, of course. It's not, it's just, I make the effort. You know why? Because just like sitting, I'm in a chair here, to make the effort to get out of the chair and go moving and do something. It's as simple as that. You prefer to sit there in that chair because you can, with your remote, watch your TV or your social medias and this and that, and order things and not have to get up and do anything and have your Uber or your Grab or whatever bring you everything. Oh, you call that living good? Well, I call that stuff I don't even want to do. Do I? Certainly. Rarely. But 99.9% of the time I don't want to do any of that. Because I'm not doing nothing then. It's physically, mentally, emotionally terrible for me. It just takes away my own self-esteem, my own sense of value, and of other things. So change, dare to change. So yes, you can be very healthy and wealthy. Compared to most, I'm wealthy, very much so. Healthy, wealthy, wise, yeah, and happy. Happy. How often do you laugh? Every day. You know, how often Anna and I laugh? Huh. We're laughing, seems like half the day away. And at night, we're laughing. and kissing and hugging and touching and caressing and talking about and doing. And again, it's not just us in our own little cocoon world. Friends, associate, new friends every day, as I mentioned earlier. And our dogs are their family. They've taught me so much, and they always have. So stop thinking bad or good guys finish last, and stop thinking about a race. You want to get out of the rat race. You want to have a value-filled existence with great purpose, with great love, intense, immense love, and be loved intently, totally immersed in that love. And I have that right here. There's two, my girls, our dogs, at my feet. I love them with my heart and soul. You know what? They love me with their heart and soul. And I have a lady over, she's busy right now, that adores me, would do anything for me. And I have to actually try to say, don't. I just want you to be with me. You don't have to do anything for me. It's just to see you, to touch you, to smell you, to taste you, to look in your eyes. Yeah. And again, she adores me. You know how much I appreciate that? I go, wow. It brings tears to my eyes. But you know what? I adore her. I love her. The same. It's an amazing thing. And so, what else is needed? What else is needed? Companionship, friendship, a mentor, a protector, a lover, a doer together with our family and with friends. Do I want to even jet set? I don't have friends here and here and here and here. I've got students all over the world, literally. Great students, changed their lives, but I don't know where most of them even are anymore. You know, people move and change, but do I just want to go somewhere? And certainly it's nice to meet people. Now girlfriends there if I'm there long enough, but as a tourist, even as a month there, do you really have a chance to actually grow a friendship and become part of? And the answer is not really. And I've learned that being here, again, I'll say 5 months now. 5 months now. That, no, first time here 3 weeks. That's 1 week more than most people would come. 2 weeks, it's a sleepwalk. You can hold your breath. 3 weeks, it's a little tougher, but guess what? Even that, knowing you're going home, you're going to leave, isn't the same. Isn't the same as living it. So that's why all you tourists and world travelers, oh my God, and you can brag so much, and you do your videos, and you do everything, and tell people about, and you think you're somebody. You're nobody. Because that's nothing. You have to live in it, taste it, sweat in it, work in it, cry in it, laugh in it, smell it, taste it, touch it, be it. And again, 5 months, I've learned a lot. Oh, I've learned so much about me and about what I'm speaking of. So, learn to appreciate that. And again, you know, the best place is Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz says, as she clicked her heels 3 times, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Because that home is so exciting. You just don't know how to enjoy it, how to even discover it, how to share and care and love it. So try starting there, folks. Keep your vacations right there. Get to know your neighbors. Get a little community. You may be, no, you will be amazed at what's there. Why do people travel the world to come to where you are? You miss everything. Enough said. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe. Anna and I, we're just actually getting going. We're just beginning with our life series. Again, we can bring you up. And this is just a tiny touch on the subject matters and so forth. We can take you, and just as my wife, who's now deceased, who died 2 years ago plus, her and I together for over 4 decades, we did the same with tens and tens of thousands of people. Took them on a ride to move them to other much higher levels of existing. Not just rise them up the social ladder, but when I say words that actually don't even describe it, but to rise up on other higher levels of existence. Far better. Anna and I are going to do it even better now than I ever did before. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and like and share and follow and talk about. It's Dan and Anna, one N in each name, D-A-N, and another N there, one N. And, well, it's actually the sign, I should say that. Dan and Anna, A-N-A. Growth, excuse me, change is growth. Dan and Anna, change is growth. Enough said. We'll see you there soon. Give us your comments, your thoughts, and tell us how we can help make your life better. Because we can. In any and every way. And much of it, we're going to have you revert back. Make less money even. Become wealthy. Sounds crazy, but it's so simple to do. Make less money, become wealthy? I've never heard that before. I can show you, I can prove it to you. Enough said. You better tune in to learn more. Bye now.